Spiderweb to the face. Spiderweb wins. How good is this? You beauty, New Zealand. Alright, she's pretty dirty. Oh, every pack that gets a good use should be dirty, I reckon. Well, today we hiked out in the rain. We hiked next to the river. Yeah, test out the rain cover. Everything's dry. There wasn't that much of a downpour because we're in some trees. We're in the redwoods. How cool is this? Native redwoods in Dunedin. Thought we should take it somewhere cool. So I've got the Manitoba jacket up, I've got the rugged I was wearing before when it was really chilly. It's warmed up a bit. I've also just hiked up a massive hill. So yeah, had a good test so far of this pack, and yeah, let's share my findings. So far, the things that really stood out to me on this pack, it's mainly to do with this carbon fiber frame. Because it's so thin, it really brings the center of gravity close to your body. So when you're walking up the hill, I really noticed it today. I could pull in on these straps and really pull the pack forward. It's way more noticeable than on other packs, just because it's so close to your back. It really pulls right in close rather than sitting up the back here like a pole and frame pack would be. These padded straps, they are adjustable, and yeah, I thought the Velcro on the back, you'd hear it kind of every now and again, like slip or tear or anything. Nah, nothing at all. Been really great. It's got a hydration outlet there, which is actually nicely covered, so when it's raining, you don't get any water in there so far. And one thing that I have seen on other packs is where the hydration hose comes out, the rain cover doesn't cover that. So you got a hole into your pack, and then water gets in. The hydration hose is covered by this expandable storage on the top, this lid. It's about 5-10 liters, and you can lift it up quite a long way. So it's got some nice clips in there. You can pop these off. You can open it up this way, or if your pack is laying around the other way. One moment. I'll fast forward that, surely. I don't know. You can also open it up and pop it that way. Good time to talk about first aid pouch on the inside. It's a great idea to carry first aid in a pack like this at all times. Well, actually any pack you should carry first aid. So what I've done is I've got a pack that's got a list of what's in it, so I can always keep track of what I have used and what I haven't. I tick off and rub it up. And then I've added some extra little bits: hay fever tablets, Rezamelt for migraine and also nausea. You never know if you're going to eat something bad out on the trail. I've got mosquito stuff. I've got a super fine burn type film. It's almost like cling film, stretchy, it's waterproof. So if you've got a blister or something, you can put it over that. Gauze, packing tape, so if you twist your ankle, you're all good. First aid cream, eye patches, tweezers. It's got scissors, painkillers, and a number of other things. So we got a decent amount in there. It doesn't have to be big. However, if you're hunting, I recommend that you get the training to use it. There's no point carrying something out that you've got no idea to use. So first aid courses are fantastic. Yeah, that's a handy hint. That's something that I'll definitely write home about. Let's keep going through this pack. These zipper pulls are fantastic. Instead of those little grippy ones you got to like pinch, you can just chuck your whole finger in and then pull it. When you really load it up and you're using this front compartment, it means that you can open and close them really well, and if something's getting in the way, or if you're like me, you completely pack your pack poorly, you've got enough space. Well, you've got enough wrenching power to get through. And the way how the zips are aligned in here, I haven't yet caught too much in there. It's a nice big zip, and it's got these, you can see this black piece that comes through here. That kind of pushes your gear out of the way so you don't get your fine sleeping bags and that caught in. Like, the difference between an entry-level pack and a pack of this kind is really features. You can get an entry-level pack that'll hold oodles and oodles and oodles, but it won't be comfortable. The center of gravity will be far off your back, so when you're walking, it's wobbly, you can't tighten it, you can't adjust it. That's where this pack really comes in. So, for example, if you're on a shorter trip, you can pop that off, you can put that aside, and I've tried, you can't put this on backwards. But I was putting it back on and I was like, hang on, is this on the right way around? Because you've got a male and female clip, these guys will only go in a set way on your pack here. So you always know that you've got it on the right way. You can also unzip it and access stuff whilst you're walking. That is awesome. I'm a serial scroggin muncher on the trail. I love muesli bars, I love biltong, I love all of that. Just little bit and often is what I like to do. And having a pack like this, where you've got that in your back, we can pull out from there is great. And you can reach it. Other 85 or 65 litre packs for that, you can't reach it. So, well, there's no real point. Moving down from the top, if you decide that it's fair weather and you don't need this top cover, you can pop this in, pull it down like so. And what that does is you can tuck that in, really give that a wrench. You can pull these down to these guys over here, and you can thread them through and then wrench them down. So you don't actually need to use this. That's something that surprised me. Little features, like I say, go a long way. So you can adjust this if you've got a sleeping roll or something that just your kids decide not to carry, like their sleeping bag because it's too awkward. You can chuck stuff in here. And this is where the 85 really comes in. You've got loads of storage. And I've heard a lot of people say you don't need a pack this big. When you're tramping, you don't need an 85. I would agree with that. You don't need an 85. Unless you're a dad, unless you're a photographer, unless you're a fisherman, and unless your kids decide that they don't want to carry everything. I'll show you some photos of a tramp that we did where at the start, Jesse's backpack was huge and Ellie's pack was huge. By the end of it, Jesse's pack was empty. He literally had a pair of socks in it. I'm not even kidding. And I had to squeeze it all up and put all of it in my pack so he would feel like he could carry it. His legs just got too tired. So to those people who say you don't need a big pack, I would say if you're ultralight, if you've got enough money to pay for all the right gear and it's all super light and you're not going out, say for example going to Tekapo when it's -6 and you're sleeping on the ground on the ice, sure, you do not need a mondo huge pack. However, if you're a hunter, if you're a dad, if you're a fisherman, if you've got tripod and camera gear, and this is one of the key features of this pack. It is adjustable, so you can imagine these straps go way out to here. So if you do need a strap on, I don't know, a child who's kicking and screaming because they don't want to walk, you probably could. I would recommend that. But if you say have excess stuff that's light, that you want to stick on the back over here, or for example it's not on at the moment, but a rifle scabbard, which is over here, you can clip this rifle scabbard onto these little tag points over there, onto there, so you can put it on the side, so you can put it anywhere around the side here. You also notice that we got these straps in here. I'll show a video or time lapse of me popping this pack on and off of the frame. Right now it means that these straps on the bottom mean that you can actually adjust and pull the pack in. So whilst it's at 85 plus, you can actually pull the pack down and really compress it in. So for example, I'll show you here, you can pull that in there, and I've got these straps arranged so I can just pull them like that, so they're not getting in the way too much, and you can tuck them out of the way just up in there. Because it's carbon fiber and it's a full flat plate, even when you tuck the straps in here, you don't feel it. You don't feel it at all. I love that feature. There you go. You can pop the side down. You can pop this side down here as well. I've got squishy stuff in here. At the moment, I did have every single item that I brought on this entire family holiday, all my camera gear, literally everything. So yeah, you can see that you can really pack this thing down small, and because you can pack it down so small, I would argue that it feels smaller than an 85 when you're wearing it. It isn't so bulky. You can pull the top down. I couldn't see that. I'm really glad I found it. There we go. There we go. So you can pull the top down. You can pull the bottom in. You can pull the sides in. You can pull in through here. You can take the top off. So it's quite a versatile pack. That's a feature that I do enjoy. Let's talk about these side pockets. These are great because you've got an actual tie down that you can pull like that. You can access it from the front, squeeze that, and it pops out. This is awesome. It doesn't have any drain holes on the bottom, so if it fills up with water, it'll probably stay full of water. But what it also means is if you cinch this down, hopefully rain and that will run over the top, and if you put it in wet grass, you don't need to worry about it. That's a feature that's nice. I do like it. I've damaged a lot of mesh pockets on bags where I'm putting my rod tube in. They've got hard plastic edges and some of them metal. When you're jamming them in and really tightening the straps up, I had some tear a hole through the bottom. Also, when you're dropping your pack down on the ground and you've got a tube, that's a wear point. So actually having this cordura fabric on it works a treat. Back to what we were actually here for. So these big pockets in here, I can fit my entire tripod in there, and I can fit my smaller rod, fishing rod, actually in here, so it's out of the way. My bigger rod tube, my fly rod, the 9 foot, is a little bit too long. It comes up to about here. It's bright red. I'll show you a photo of it. It's hard to miss. One thing that you do need to pay attention to on this pack, because you've got that meat shelf on the back over here and you've got all the straps on it, there are a lot of straps, and to combat them flapping about and going everywhere, you've got nice little Velcro ties on each strap, so you can actually roll them up so you don't have all these things flopping about going everywhere. I do like that. I've actually retrofitted that to a number of my other packs. Alright, so adjustability on these is great. Pop that in. There we go. So you've got another one of these tabs similar to these, and then you can feed it through, and you've got a nice strong Velcro on the back in here. This is pretty heavy duty Velcro, and the foam inside nice and soft at first, so it follows the contours of your body, but it's quite firm. When I first put it on, I thought, oh man, this is a bit firmer than I expected, but that's okay, because as you're working, as you increase the weight of your pack, you actually need firmer padding on your shoulders. You don't want something that will separate and move out, and you can see this is aligned nicely and held in place in a number of locations, so it's a really sturdy, solid setup. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to go anywhere. The pack meets the shape of my back really well. This really nice solid back of your hip, lower back pad, you notice it is so comfortable. I wish my other packs had this. Really nice wide hip straps in through there. I saw how short these were, and at first I thought maybe they won't be long enough, because I'm a 34 hip, 32, 34, and I thought, oh, maybe it won't reach far enough around. And the reason why I was thinking about that is I've got a hip injury. I fell off a bike doing a half front flip. Yeah, it was a brilliant idea. I smashed my hip into the ground, so my hip can get quite painful on long hikes. This system works a treat. Been very comfortable, no pain, no issues so far. Even filling it up with literally everything I could possibly find. Yeah, works really well. It's ready to go. Having something that has these 2 side pockets and nice adjustability, a really good frame. When you're walking with it, it just feels really sturdy and solid. So thanks a lot, thanks for tuning in. Love it. Alright, let's go.